Hi, everybody. Welcome to Source Inspired Speaking. I'm Nathan. Today, Spirit's got a message for you about going within, about connecting to your soul, your connection to all that is, to God, that bridge between oneness and individuality. It's powerful. It's life-changing if you do it. And I think it's something we all need right now, that reminder that we are more than what we see and we have a part to play within this divine dance. And we have to accept that and join in. So please remove yourself from any distractions. Listen to these words. I'll check back in with you after the message. Hello. Thank you for joining us here today. Today we wish to speak to you about your inner power, your source of love, of light, where you draw your energy from, where you create from, your connection to all that is, that divine soul, that part of you that exists beyond your human consciousness, that is connected to all that is, that sees much more than you realize. It's a part of you that everyone is connected to, yet so few actually live from its point of view. So few of you really tap into that soul energy. So few of you actually expand your viewpoint to take in what the soul knows. Because your soul exists on a much higher vibrational plane than most of us live in. It's not a reactionary place. It's a place of faith. It's a place of knowing and trust. It's a place without judgment. And the knowing and trust that it has isn't so much about affecting others. It's about you. Because your soul point is your connection to God that chooses to focus upon an individual experience, a sense of being different, separate. The soul knows that it's connected to everything. The soul chooses the experience of being unique. And therefore you have the unique divine soul presence. The bridge between oneness and individuality. And therefore the greatest benefit your soul can give you is perspective on your life as an individual, but as it relates to the whole. You see, when you connect to your soul energy, when you really connect to it, you feel that presence of power. You know that it's who you are. It's your divine strength. But yet you also have a sense of ownership, that it's your divine strength, that it's your power. Because your soul crosses that gap between a dual world, a duality, and a oneness presence. So in your experience of being an individual, how can you benefit from tapping into the soul energy? First of all, it gives you perspective on what's happening around you, on how you're perceiving things that might not be benefit to you, of how your judgment on things separates you from the truth of oneness, of how when you choose anger and fear, you push yourself further away from that oneness God point of view. You see, your soul can give you perspective on that. But you have to quiet your mind to be there. We say quiet your mind because your mind is receiving so much information in the world around you. It is being bombarded constantly by information from your outside world, from your 5 physical senses. And you get bombarded so much that many of you live a good chunk of your life just defending yourself from your outside perceived threats. Never really understanding that the biggest threat that you have is cutting yourself off from your soul, your divine strength, your presence within God, within oneness. Because it is by cutting yourself off from this experience that you suffer, that you're afraid. Your strength, your power comes from knowing that you are eternal, that God is working with you through every moment of your life, that every step is beautiful and taking you towards something magnificent. That because you are forever, because you are infinite, you can't fail, because you can never give up, because it goes on forever. So rather than worrying about what you're doing wrong or what others are doing wrong in the world around you, perhaps focus on everything that is right, on the way that you are being connected to oneness through the experiences you are having now, about how you are being brought closer to those you love, about how you are finding your own inner strength, about how, without having to change the world around you, you are changing your perspective and thus changing your own reality. Because let's face it, the reality that you experience in your day-to-day life is based on very little information compared to all that exists around you. So no one really lives the human experience in absolute truth. It's not possible. You can't comprehend all that's around you. So then you get to choose which aspects you focus upon, which aspects become your guiding light, your truth that you live from, that you create from. Is it one of anger and fear of everything that's being done to you? Or is it one of power and strength that you can overcome anything? It doesn't matter what others do because you have the strength to persevere. You have the strength to get through it. You are connected to God. You understand that everything is connected. And because everything is connected and because you are connected to God and God is a powerful loving force, then you are being guided by love throughout your entire life. You are being guided by God, by love, which surrounds you your entire life. And it's only by cutting off our connection to all that is, our connection to oneness through our soul, that we can live in fear. What is there to fear when everything is connected to God, when nothing truly ever ends? You don't have to worry about non-existence. You don't have to worry about failure. You don't have to worry about getting it right now. You've got eternity. And you've got an infinite number of perspectives to choose what's actually right. If you're not successful right now, is that wrong? Or is that right because it helps you get better? It helps you try something different. It gives you a unique experience within God, within oneness. Failure doesn't exist within God. Experience does. So you can experience the feelings of failure, or you can experience the feelings of growth and getting better and getting closer to your goal, and they come from the same experience. So which one are you choosing? Which part of God are you connecting to? Are you connecting through your soul to the oneness to feel that infinite love? Or are you connecting solely to the self-experience, cutting yourself off from that God experience as much as possible to feel what it feels like to be on your own, to be alone, to struggle, to fight to survive? There's no wrong answer. That's a legitimate experience, but it's not often the one that you are seeking. So we ask you, with everything going on in your life, take the time to quiet your mind, to go within, to block out for a little bit all the outside world experiences, so that you're not bombarded by so much energy that you can't feel your connectedness to God, to your source, to your soul, to that love that guides everything. You find it in the stillness. You find it in that peace. And when you realize that with all the commotion going on around you, that peace still exists, God exists. Between all the waves of energy, there's that silence, that peace that you can connect to. And from there, you can feel the movement of the energy and understand that things are moving with purpose. It's not so chaotic. It's divine. And when you can feel that divinity behind everything, the fear melts away. You accept that you are a part of this experience, of this movement, of this divine dance. And you become excited to see what part you will play in it, knowing that when one part ends, another one is always beginning, because you are eternal, never ending. And there's so much joy to be had within this experience when you realize that this is all play. Within God, this is all beautiful. So find that place, find that peace within. Use that soul connection to feel that oneness connection, that presence. To know that you are safe, you are well. Everything is going exactly as it should. And all you need to do is enjoy your part of it. We thank you all for being here with us, and we love you, always. So I really think that's an important message that we have to remember sometimes, is to go within, to realize that We are connected to God and oneness through our soul, and we have this tool that we can use to not get so caught up in the commotion outside that we forget who we are, that everything is connected, that everything has a purpose, that it's not chaos that we're trying to survive with all these things being thrown at us. There's actually a beautiful dance, a beautiful wave behind everything, and we just have to accept our part in it. And once we do that, once you go with the flow, things are different. Your perspective changes. What you feel in the world changes. And then you create something different. Because at that point, you're ready to play a new role within the dance. But you can't expect to get a new part in the play if you can't even accept that you're part of the play. If you're not part of the cast, how are you going to get that role that you desire? If you're fighting against the very experience that you have right now, how are you going to get to some place that's better? So I hope that helps. I hope you like what you heard. If you did, please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of all my upcoming messages. You could love that like button for me. It really helps me out. And go forth, people. Find time to go within, to feel your divine presence, to feel your part within all of this. Accept it. Feel the love that's guiding everything, and see everything change for you. Thanks. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.